Live. We're here. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to the final hour of trading today, Monday, October the 3rd, 2022. I'm your buddy, Uncle Bruce here, Stock Markets with Bruce. New top secret location is where we're located in here. It's all good. Yes, the market's having quite the rebound today. The Dow is up 880 points, a good momentum move. It's one of those, well, we were really oversold here and maybe we should kind of, refresh things up a bit. So we're getting some of the, 4,000 points back. We'll see how long this lasts, and we'll see just how eager people are to hold on to profits they're making right now, especially those who bought this morning. A lot of people went cash, all the way into cash over the weekend, like as of last Friday. So this morning they were sitting on cash positions, and so they were starting to pick off where they want to get into and how much. And it'll be interesting to see how the day traders play this in the last hour now. Do they want to be stock rich overnight, or do they want to pull back a little bit and take some profits off the table? There's a lot of back and forth, as always, going on. So we're up 876 on the Dow. That's a 3% gain today. S&P is up 107 points, 3%. And NASDAQ is up 286, 2.71%. Consistent across the board gain, one would expect, I guess. Fair enough. Oil is higher on the day, but not as high as it was earlier. It is now 83.47, and it reached 85 something. We're up 398. We're closer to a $5 gain about an hour ago, 2 hours ago. So there's some profit taking there too. And again, oil is only up because it's being talked up by participants in the upcoming OPEC meeting. They're trying to hype up the fact that they're trying to come to an agreement to reduce production of oil by 1 million barrels a day. Whether that is even agreed upon and is implementable is another story unto itself, completely another story. So we'll watch for that. I personally don't think so, but if you've been around here long enough, you know my position on oil. I don't buy into this notion that the OPEC guys can just talk up the price. When in reality, I tell you, we got a lot of oil out there. There's these pros out there, the professionals saying, "Oh, there's all kinds of supply disruptions here and there and everywhere else." And I'm going, it may be regional supply issues, but not global. Chile has oil, Peru has oil, Argentina's got oil, Colombia, no gas lines in Colombia. I mean, you'd think, countries not in the G8 would have their, you'd find issues. Zimbabwe has oil, Zambia, South Africa, no gas lines anywhere. So, yeah, well, let's see what happens here. There's certainly no shortage in the United States or Canada or the UK or Germany or France or Italy. There is no shortage. Well, we'll figure out how this all goes. Okay, Tesla down $19. This is not a winner today. $246 right now. That is a recovery. The low of the day, 41.01. 241.01, pardon me, 241.01, about $5.34 from here. It's come back that much. It hit that low about 145 today. With the drop, by the way, and the last 12 months reports of Tesla's earnings and so on, they're trading at 89 times earnings. They used to trade at 120, 140. Stocks come down a bit, but it doesn't look likely that Tesla's going to have the next 4 quarters of earnings beat the current 4 quarters. I don't think so. Even if they do, they match it. The stock is still 89 times earnings stock, so it's not cheap. I'm not saying it's falling off the floor and going off the boards, anything like that. No, because there's a lot of potential upside here. Advanced back orders on all those trucks, Model 3s, Model Y. I mean, they've pre-sold every car they're making, more or less. They're all pre-sold. So they're just, cranking them out. 400,000 a quarter now, 1.6 million a year. They're trying to get to over 2 million production a year. You know what their goal is? The ultimate goal for Elon Musk, between all the models he's going to produce, 20 million vehicles a year, global production. That's what he's after. Now, in the United States, In 2018, 19, before COVID hit, 17 million cars and trucks sold in the US, the entire USA, 17 odd million. He wants to go to 20 million a year production, global production of Teslas. That's how much of the market he's after. He's after the electrification of the entire automobile market. If you think about this, for decades, the United States has produced and sold in the US probably 15 million cars a year. Like worst numbers have been 11, 12 million, best numbers 17, 18, 19 million for decades. And you think about how many cars are actually on the road right now being used as daily driver cars. I'm sure that number exists somewhere, but you got to wonder, well, if they sold 17 million, 3-4 years ago, the car lasts 8 to 10 years, could there be 150 million cars on the road in America? They all have to be replaced eventually anyway. Of course, all cars do, unless they're a collector's item and they're heavily restored, but he wants to do 20 million a year, 20 million cars and trucks a year. That's an attainable number in a way. If you think about European sales, North American sales, throw Canada in on top of the US, Mexico in, South America, Africa, Asia. Yeah, I could see he's going after a chunk of the business. Kind of wonder those. They're like 60 million cars sold a year, 50 million. Like, what is that number? I don't even know. Interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's interesting. Maybe you don't think it's interesting, but I think it's interesting. I saw some videos last night, by the way. I was just surfing last night like I love doing on YouTube. I came across some videos about the history of the automotive business in the United States. I find this so fascinating. Talking about all the missteps made, the terrible, terrible missteps made by American automakers through the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. And that led us to some of the worst cars ever released on the general public of the United States. Anyway, I love the history of that because it's a lesson to everybody. But what blows my mind is how fiercely, and I mean fiercely, these automakers have fought to not be forced to make changes for the improvement of their cars, better mileage, better safety, better reliability. What we would call, like, if you're a pro consumer, you'd say for drivers and passenger safety. Automobile companies would say it's an intrusion into the rights of Americans. Having to wear a seatbelt was a major, major battle in the 60s. I know that my dear father-in-law, who I love very much, was so upset in 1960, whatever year it was, 69, 70, 67, 68, whatever the year was in Canada, where it became mandatory that all cars be equipped with seatbelts and drivers and passengers must wear them. Oh, he didn't like that. He didn't like to be told that. This is a World War II veteran. I went over there to fight for my country, and now my country's telling me how to drive and live my life. That isn't going over too well with him. But he did admit that when his kids left the house, he would prefer that they wear a seatbelt because, his kids are crazy. And when he saw his grandkids, he said, I'd really prefer that they were belted in. And then we would talk about the early 1960s when, his youngest daughter, Jennifer, when she was 3 years old and 2 years old and 4 years old, when they went on a road trip with mom, dad, and the 5 kids, Jen being the youngest, she'd be in the back window on that back dash, looking out the back window, looking up the car, looking up the back of the car, and sleeping back there. If he hit the brakes real hard, that kid would come tumbling down all the way to the front seat. But that was okay back then. That was like 1958, 59. I mean, what's going to happen? There's hardly any cars on the road. And they lived in the country, so what's the big deal? Anyway, fun stuff. The old memories of vehicles, days gone by. Anyway, let's talk about the market here. We're up 876 now on the Dow. We're up 107 on S&P, NASDAQ up 291. We got Tesla down, like I said, down $18, 1834 at 246.91. Apple is at 142.90, up 470 today, having a little bounce back today. GameStop is 25.56, up 43 cents. This is the high of the day, a 43-cent game. It was a long slog to get this. SoFi up 30 to 518. We have Rocket Lab up 29 cents to 436. We've got HPQ at 2608, up 116 a share on HPQ. A very good day today on HPQ. And those of you who are buying HPQ stock, buying deep in the money call options on HPQ, as I have been nagging you to do, you got to be happy now, because you're writing options against options that are rising, and you're writing against stock that's rising, and you don't have to worry about the rising market because you're going to do rollovers, and so it's all good. AMC and APE, oh God, it's bad. 35-cent downdraft here again, and the whole units, the two combined, about $9.30 a piece. $9.30 for one common and one pref together. Yikes. ME is up 8 cents. Matterport is up 11. ATIP is up 2.3. Smart Rent is up 1.5. And Spire's up 3.5. These stocks, Spire, Smart Rent, ATIP, Matterport, ME, are all really underperforming today. They're up, but they're not even up a dime. None of them. Like, only Matterport is up 11 cents at $3.90. They're really just kind of, we're up a little, but not a lot. And that's frustrating to me. Cyxtera is down just 6 cents at 402. It did hit a new low today of all time, 379. I think that was just around 1145. And we're now only off about 5.5, 6 cents, 6.5 cents at 401.5. 413,000 volume. High of the day, $4.11. So keep an eye on that, see if it can turn it around and turn into the green somehow. Bed Bath and Beyond is $6 a share, down 9 cents. It was $30 a month and a half ago. Mr. Cohen walked away, sold in the 20s, teens and 20s. I can't even remember. 18 to 22 he got out. I can't remember. He walked out, and the party's over there. Pfizer, 44.08, up 33 cents today. You guys see that? Boeing is up 5.69 to 126.77. We have Cisco sitting at 41.45, up $1.45 today. That's a nice bump for Cisco. That's 3% today. Nice to see that. Again, anyone buying deep in the money calls on Cisco, congratulations. You've done good. Is this the all-time low that we had yesterday? No guarantees. Okay, I'm saying the markets will go lower. We're not, just because we have an 850-point gain right now, and these stocks, most of them are up, we haven't turned the corner for good. There's more coming, but so far, so good. And there you have it. Those of you buying Pfizer and Boeing at these cheap prices, and Cisco, and you're picking up these other large cap companies, like you're buying HPQ down here. You're picking up Apple, deep in money calls, or Apple itself. Nice going. Those of you buying Tesla, I think you're going to be range bound, and you don't mind range bound. Range bound is good. Premiums are good. Tesla can move $20, $30 and it won't bite you, because the profits you'll make on your option writing will compensate you for that. And every week going forward, as you keep writing, rewriting, buying back, rewriting, buying back, you're going to make money and money and money and money off of Tesla. So don't worry about the fluctuations on the stock. But I'm very pleased to see a number of you here who talk to me on these one-on-ones. You reach out to me with private emails. You're letting me know how what you're into and stuff. And it's great. I'm very proud of you. Vanek Vector's up to 833 to 193. We got IBM up $3 to 121. Nice to see it over 120 again. Microsoft having a good day, up $8 to 41. Goldman up 721, back to 300 a share. Goldman up 349 to 99.64. Amazon up 350 to 116.5. Meta Platforms up 369 to 139.37. What you're seeing here with these kinds of stocks, when I rattle off like Meta, Amazon, Google, Goldman, Microsoft, IBM, and Vanek, when the market does turn around, once we're through the worst of the sell-offs, this is the kind of performance you're going to get from these kinds of guys. They're going to be the ones recovering the most, the quickest. You'll notice I rattled off 4 or 5 of our former SPACs, and they're up a nickel, 3 cents, 2 cents. They're not leading the market higher. They're getting sucked along. These guys are the leaders. And they will be the leaders when the big turnaround takes place. But that could be until winter into spring. Like I think, have a ways to go. We'll monitor this day to day, week to week, month to month, and we'll stay on top of it. All right. Thank you, guys. Sell my house fast and up on Marlboro saying, Uncle Bruce, I sold an HBQ call with a $26 strike expiring October 28. I got 94 cents. Folded my arms. Fold my arms. Should I be afraid to roll it too far out? What should I do? Well, you've written at 26, and the market now is sitting at 26.02 after a 110 gain. Talk about protection. You've done well. Obviously, your option has gone up in value a little bit. I mean, it's gone. Stock's gone up $1. But there's only 11 days left in the option, 9 trading days after today. And the option that you have at this moment is worth 2 cents. It's a 26.02 market last trade. So those contracts are worth 2 cents. The 92 cents extra that you got is all air, and or whatever's trading at is all air after the first 2 cents. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. I would do this, though. I would do this as the week rolls along. Tomorrow, Wednesday, take a look at if the shares are going to hang around here, this 26 level, 26.50 level. Take a look at October or November, first week of November's or second week. If you can bring in as much money or more money than it would cost you to buy these back, and you can move up and strike $1 or $2, I'd look at it. But I wouldn't worry about it, because as of right now, the way things are going, by the end of this week, if the stock is $26, your call is going to be about 50 cents, 45 cents. And next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they will lose 10 cents every day. Like they will just go to zero. So you have shrinkage coming here. Good dime a day, 15 cents a day of shrinkage, no question about it. Now, as I said, if it goes to 26.50, this contract might go to $1.25, because Tuesday is another day gone, right? Lost today, tomorrow we're gone, then we're down to 8 days to go. 8 days, 50 cents in the market, $1.20, $1.30. The shrinkage continues. But if we have a down day tomorrow, like the market, had a nice day here, but it overshot, and now tomorrow we have a little bit of sell-off, and HBQ reaches 25.60, nothing serious, 40-cent drop. Your call is 40 cents out of the money. You're down to 9 days, 8 days to go. You're going to be down to 80 cents a contract. I mean, you're going to be back in the profit mode just for you, and you're out of the money. So you're going to sit back, keep doing what you're doing, fold those arms, and let this contract dribble back and ease off and lose all the air in the balloon. And by Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday, it'll be at 40 cents, 35, 40 cents. You'll buy it to 36, 31, 41, and then roll into the next one. And you'll look at that. But for now, sit back and just enjoy. I think you're going to enjoy shrinkage. I don't see a reason to go up $1 a day for 10 days in a row on HBQ. There's nothing coming that I'm aware of on that front. All right. We're still up 850 on the Dow. It's going to be interesting to see if we can close over 1,000 points on a euphoric little, promoted run with computer programs, or do we give up 300 points and close around 450 to 500 today? This will be interesting to watch. Like I said, profit taking from day traders. Look at HBQ. I mean, if you bought HBQ at 25.20 and you're at 26.03 and you're a day trader, you're kind of going, that's not bad. I could just sell this for quick profit and then buy back in tomorrow, depending on the market. After all, what if it goes back 50 cents tomorrow? I'll buy it back and run it up again. I mean, hey, day traders, remember, they think long mostly. Some think short. Sell first, buy later, buy first, sell later. But let's see how this market reacts overall with this. All right. Deuce Caboose is saying, I really need SoFi to close over $5 today. Would you help me out? What? 5.15? It's hanging in there. Let's go. I really hope I can send an express deposit to my first trade account. I want to get some bargains. Alex, hey, number 69, nice. Good evening, all. 800-point gain on the Dow. Did I miss something? 800-point gain on the Dow. Did Putin take a long walk off a short pier? H. Gregory, 73 thumbs up. Brian, you know what I said about CDS this morning on Credit Suisse? They are up 505 points from 355 points from the open this morning. Ouch. Very interesting. Brian Lehman went bankrupt at 509 points and 208. Yikes. H. Gregory, 2 HPQ for 50 cents, 26 and a half, expiring 1014. Crossing my arms. There you are, H. Gregory. 2 $26.5 calls. The stock's at 2604. 1014. That's next week, Friday. I made some homemade chicken with rice soup. That's good munching. Congratulations. Mirko, hey, Uncle Bruce, I bought back a bunch of GameStop, 26 for this Friday in the morning. Stink offer just hit. Sold them again at 79 cents. So you bought them back this morning and you resold them this afternoon. There you go. This is called making money. Now just get ready to do a buyback at 31 cents, 36, 26, whatever. See what happens. Alex, I don't mind being in the money a bit on HPQ. I rolled into a 25.5 expiry for October 14th at $1, no cost at all. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Exactly. The day ain't over. The week ain't over today. JJ, new Uncle Bruce motto, think short. Hector, number 82, thank you for these thumbs ups, guys. We're getting close to 100 here. Brian, Bruce, it looks like you moved. Are you in a bathroom? Please put it on mute when you need a timeout, okay? We have made a move. We're in a new top secret location, Jennifer and I, and we got ourselves a 2-bedroom condo. I'm in one of the bedrooms, and she's in the living room. She's got the kitchen. She's got the bathroom. She's got the other bedroom. She's got the utility room. It's great. Balcony. We have a balcony. It's wonderful. We're safe and sound. A party at Brian's house, says JR. Brian, JR, come on over. Just bring a loaf of bread, will you? He's smiling. Financial mischief. SoFi can close over 5 today. So as long as within the first 15 to 30 minutes at open tomorrow, it hugs around that 488 level, I'd like to lock in some more money. I'd like to lock in some more of my premiums. There you go. Right on. Well, it's been an okay day. SoFi is definitely a winner when you consider how the other SPACs are performing. It's performing very well. We have GameStop up 29 cents to 25.42. But SoFi at 516, it's up 28. Rocket Lab is up 28, which is great. That's almost 5%. HPQ up 112 to 2604. But other than that, we're looking here at ME is up just 5.5. Matterport is up a dime, but ATIP 1.5 penny gain. SmartRent 0.5 penny gain. Spire 4-cent gain. So we're not getting anything here. We're still down 8 cents on CYXT. So these guys are not getting caught up in the euphoria, as it were. Let me take another little peek at something else. The Dow today hit a high of 29,647. All right, we're now 29,592. So that's 55 points from the high, which was 910 points. We're up 866. So we're up there. We haven't backed off anything serious. We have 34 minutes to go. We'll see how this market wants to end it up. I note that the Dow's up 3.02% and the S&P 2.97. It was over 3%. And NASDAQ 2.69, and it got to 2.8. So there's a tiny bit of a pullback, but nothing earth-shattering. We'll see if there's any waves of selling or whatever going up. $19.35 drop on the Tesla shares with make that $18.89 with a $246.36 price right here. The low of the day, $241.01. So there's a $5 gain from the low on Tesla to get some recovery, but the Dow is up 869, about 40 points from the high. So it's close. It could easily run up 40, 50, 100 points from here, easily, but it could also drop a couple hundred. We'll have to watch just how this last half hour comes in. Oil up 390 at the moment, all right? Thank you all, thank you all, thank you all. Mirko, I sold these GameStop. I sold those GameStop 26 October 7 on Friday. I bought them back in the morning with the 58 cents times 20. That's $1,100 over the weekend. And now I sold them again for about $1,600. I'm folding my arm and I'm going to buy them back around $600. This is what all of you could become with what Mirko's doing. Mirko did not start this way when he began writing options. Mirko was not doing this kind of volume and this kind of profit when he began. He was very careful, very methodical, very disciplined, and he is now raking in some bucks. And all of you can join this man. He's doing this from Germany, many hours ahead of us, obviously, in his daytime. But all of you are capable of doing exactly this kind of volume and this kind of profit making on any of the stocks you love to follow. It's just a matter of learning the subtleties of the option market, which means spending some time here, hanging out with the options market. Being a member of this channel would be a great asset to you guys because you can then communicate with this family of traders. These are most of these folks are all buying and selling, writing and buying back calls. This is what they're doing here. And they're comparing notes with each other. Now, some of these folks are brand new. They've only been here, a few weeks, a few months. A number of these folks have been here since I created the membership for this channel and have restricted comments for members only during market hour. And I thank you, all of you who are here as members, all of you are here as subscribers to this channel. You're certainly welcome for that. And then again, all of you who aren't subscribers at all, you're just lurkers watching the show from time to time. You come in, you watch a little, you leave, you come back. You've started writing calls. You've written calls in the past. That kind of thing. Here we go. I welcome you all, and I thank you all for being part of this chat. And a number of you who have noted, and I mention this. I don't mention this often enough, but I will say that a number of you who are here will write me a question on this thing. If you're not a member, by the way, and you want to write me a question, you just need to make a super chat, and then you can type in a question with your super chat. And I do appreciate those. But people will answer the question before I get to it. So some of you who are throwing me a question might get an answer before I can get to you. And then I read the question, I answer it, then I read the next 5 or 6 comments, and they're all answers to the question. That's how it goes. It's all good. Brian, Mirko, you are in my future. Mirko started with 400 shares, and I now write 30 poor man covered calls on GameStop. Now that is what's called making money. Way to go. Nice, Mirko, says JR. Brian, 30 poor man covered calls. Holy cow, good on you. What platform do you use? Options Nomads, number 91 thumbs ups. Mirko, I use Interactive Brokers. DQ, member for 1 year, 6 months, 14 days. Thank you so much, DQ. Brian, Mirko and Bruce, what happens if you get assigned on your covered calls that you sold? So they want you to buy 100 shares off, but you only have a per covered call. What happens is that if you have a covered call 1, 5, 10, whatever it is, and you get exercised, they will basically buy from you stock you don't have. And so you're short the stock. That's what happens. So the next morning you wake up and go, oh, what happened to my 10 contracts? I don't have 10 contracts written anymore. I had received $2 for each of those contracts. Where are the contracts? Well, they're not there. But what is there are you're short 1,000 shares of whatever stock you wrote on. And the money that the exercise price that you had on that on that contract, that's been the price you were paid. So if you wrote, say, 10 contracts on GameStop at $25 a share, you have $25,000 in your account in cash. You're short 1,000 shares, and you have that $2,000 in cash you received from when you wrote the premiums on the contract. So you actually have $27,000 cash. You're short 1,000 shares, and you own 10 calls deep in the money that you bought to start this whole thing off. Now, why did you get exercised? Well, the stock went up in price. You probably wrote a call when the stock was at $24. Stock went up to $25.50. You got exercised. So those deep in the money calls, they're $1.50 a piece more valuable because the stock went up $1.50 over some time frame. You got 27,000 cash in the bank. What do? Well, the stock's trading at $25.38 right now. You buy the stock back at 25.38. But you have $27,000. You only need 25,380 to buy these back. That's right. That's exactly right. You buy them back. What do you do now? Well, you got 10 deep in the money calls. You're flat on that stock. You're not short. You're not long. You covered your short position. You kept the change from 27,000 to from 25,360. You kept the difference. You're writing 10 new contracts, just like you did before. But you now write the 10 contracts you want to write. You might decide, I'm writing $26 contracts for this Friday or for next Friday, or I'm going to write 26.50s or 27s for this Friday or next Friday or the Friday after that. Bringing in more cash to add to the change that was left over. And you're saying, take me out. And if you've written a $27 call, you're sitting back going, well, if the stock goes to $28, they'll probably buy me out. Do you care? Now you have $28,000 cash in your account, plus all the option premium you've received. And your deep in the money calls used to be worth a certain amount of money. Those 10 deep in the money calls were worth so much money when the stock was $24 when you wrote that first contract. But now that the stock's $28.50, those contracts are $4, $4.50 more each. You got 10 of those because you can only write 10 calls against 10 poor man covered calls, those 10 calls you got. If those went up $4.50 each, you're up $4,500 on the 10 calls you're sitting on. Then you got taken out of 28 and you got the premium money. You're going to buy the stock back at what it's trading at, 28, 25, whatever it's trading. You'll buy it back and write 10 more contracts. You'll write 29s and 30s now. Take me out at 30. Please take me out at 30 is what you're going to say. You're going to get used to this and go, this getting exercise isn't such a bad thing, actually. It's not that bad. Alex, Mirko, well done. Splair, nicely done with the GameStop. Mirko happened a few times. Brian, then I'm short the shares. I'm always managed to buy them back cheaper, sometimes just 50 cents, sometimes a few bucks less. Mirko, the longest was 14 days holding the short position. DQ, anyone writing SoFi today? And Alex, Brian, I would have loved to be assigned now in HBQ. I'd be paid $25.50 a share plus $1 premium that I could buy the shares on the open market for $26. Now I'm free to write again. Exactly. Alex, you got it. Graham, Uncle Bruce, I have October 21, 140 Metas. I got 565. Should I roll or wait? I think wait. On Meta, let's take a look over on Meta. Where are we at there? They're 139.41. And you wrote 140s. Yeah, I think you wait right now. October 21, you got plenty of time. Need to do absolutely nothing. Sit on all that money and just sit back and go, okay, Meta, you gained 373 today. Yay. Can you hold it? We'll find out. Brian, that sounds better because then you get the cash to buy the actual stock. That is correct? That is very correct. There are realizations kicking in here. People are figuring out, going, oh, that's right. I'm short the stock, but I got the money. I got the money that the stock was exercised at, and I wrote 26s. So I got $2,600 for 100 shares. If I wrote 10 contracts, I got $26,000. If I wrote 30 contracts, I'd have $78,000 in cash, plus the premium from those 30 contracts. I got like $1.50 for those. That was $4,500. Oh, that's why his viewers are always happy to be here. That's why they give him thumbs ups when he asks for thumbs ups. Right now, we have 99 thumbs ups on this telecast. You guys are incredible. I haven't had to beg for thumbs ups all day today. You guys have come through for me. One more thumbs ups. I got 100 for this afternoon show. There it is. I love hitting triple digits. Keep those thumbs ups coming in, guys. Thank you so very, very much. If you like making money, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like making money, give me a thumbs up. If you don't care, just give me a thumbs up. Like, I don't care. Just give me a thumbs up. Mirko, Brian, yes, you have the strike and the premium times 100 shares per contract. That's right. Alex, Brian, getting assigned should be profitable as long as you roll your covered calls when you need to. Brian, Mirko, this sounds fun. Haha. Swear, Uncle Bruce, the only a short question, I hope. As far as I understand, we writers create call options that others buy. Who is then the put contract creator? At least I don't have the possibility so far. The creator of a put contract is someone that has enough money in their bank account, in their brokerage account, in cash, to buy 100 shares, 200 shares, 300 shares for every put contract they want to write on a particular stock. If you want to write a put contract on GameStop right now, and you want to write a $25 cash secured put on GameStop, you need $2,500 for 100 shares. You need $25,000 to write 10 contracts for $25,000. You need 25 grand to write 10 put contracts. You'll be paid a premium to write the contract. That is your money in your account added to your cash money. And if you've written the $25 call, a put, you write a $25 put, and you are offering to pay $25 for it, and you get paid $1 in cash for the put you wrote by selling it, you have $100 in your account for one contract. You can apply that $100 towards the $25 cost to buy the stock if you get exercised. In other words, someone is putting the stock to you. I'm going to put it to you. You got to come up with $2,500. You have $2,500 in your account to write this call, this put in the first place, but you now have $2,600 because you got an extra $100 by writing the put. But you're only paying $24 for the stock net because you have $2,600. You'll have to put up $2,400 to buy it. That's how it works. Now, if the stock is at $24.25 and you just bought it for $24, you could just sell the stock back into the market for $24.25. You have now, enough money to write another $25 put. Or you could say, well, okay, I'm long. I now own 100 shares of GameStop. I paid $24 for them. They're trading at $24.25. I could write a $25 call option against these 100 shares. I'll write one call option for 1, 2, 3 weeks, whatever. Bring in some money now. I'm on the other side of the market. I'm on the call side now. Zed stayed 8 contracts. GameStop $25.50 for a $1 premium expires this Friday. This is the first time I've written in the money contract. He is writing a $25.50. Well, at the moment, $25.45. We're right around this in the money neighborhood. $1 on the nose, right on for as of tonight. 4 days to go. Should be fun, Zed. Financial, Mr. I wrote SoFi today. Brian, Alex, it sounds like everything Uncle Bruce is preaching is so conservative and safe. I like this guy. Glad I bought the membership finally. We try to keep it conservative. We're not risk takers in like the craziest sense. We don't take like stupid long shot bets here. We're here for a long, long time. We're the casinos. Everybody here is a casino. All the option buyers are gamblers. Cindy, I think we get paid dividends today on HPQ. I do not know. Zed punching it at 99. Mirko, Brian, during the time you were short, it can be stressful, but in the end, everything will be fine, and you just get so used to this. JR, I'm sitting on some SoFi short calls that have 39 days to expiry. Time to fold the old arms right now. JR, just give him the good old darn thumbs up. Give him a thumbs up, you guys. Zed, the issue of being assigned in Canada, it costs $45 to $55. So you got to be careful about that in Canada. Brian, Mirko, I think I need to watch the Poor Man Covered Call lesson. Yes, Mirko, you should. Yes. Alex, Brian, yep, this is a get rich slow channel. Get rich slow. We are all basically stinking rich snails. So that's what we're doing here. Spicy Android. 116, yeehaw! 117 says DH. We got thumbs up coming in. 120 are here now. Oh, man, you guys are awesome. Doing it also on HPQ and ARKK, says Mirko. I am writing on those as well. Poor Man Covered Calls. Brian, Alex, I like snail. JR, I'm happy to be a snail. Bobby, which provider do you use, BC? DQ says, Mirko, how are premiums on ARKK? Splair, so it's only possible to be higher valued stocks like GameStop? Because the SoFi Metro can only write calls and no puts. That's why I'm asking. It might be your platform that doesn't allow it, but you can write puts, I believe, on other platforms. I'm certain my North American viewers are doing that. Mirko, not as good as GameStop, but close for ARKK. Bobby Atkins has been only writing on one since I started last November. Finally started my second as a Poor Man Covered Call. Rock and roll, man. DQ, Mirko, right on. Guess I'll be buying some ARKK to write against. You can buy the ETF or you can buy in the money calls on ARKK. So if you buy deep in the money calls on ARKK, a lot cheaper than buying the ARKKs at 190 odd bucks. And you're now able to write more calls instead of just one. I mean, SMA, the SMH is ARKK. That's no, sorry, I'm incorrect. Talk about the Kathy Woods unit. That's right, the Kathy Woods unit. Yes, you can definitely buy Kathy Woods' stock or ETF, or you can acquire deep in the money calls on the Kathy Woods units. So up to you to which way you want to go. Just one second. I'm just trying to get my pathetic act together here. Just one second here. I got to double check something. There we go. I go over there. And if you do this, you do that. We're still up 835 on the Dow, by the way. Let's see right now. ARKK. Here we are. It's now 3803. Looks like the last trade, 3808. So you can buy $3,800 for 100 of these units, the ETF, or you can buy deep in the money calls. Now, if you can buy $30 ARKK units or something like that, they might run you hopefully under 900 a piece or around 900. That would be the 90-10 rule in perfection. If you buy 32s, they might run you $700-ish or so. Now you can write options on every one of those you get. So if you've got $3,500 lying around and you're spending $700 a contract, you're getting 5 contracts. You're writing 5 contracts. So keep an eye on that. Okay. Bobby Zed, which platform do you use in Canada? Brian Zed, so those covered calls you sold on GameStop for $1 with 4 days remaining, does that mean it could lose 25 cents a day? In theory, yes. Theoretically, they can do it. If you had a straight line depreciation, yeah. Generally, though, they lose the most on the last day, the second most on the second last day, and so on. So they might lose. Right on there, Nick. Way to go. They might lose like a dime or 15 cents overall today, maybe 15, 20 cents the next day, and then 20, 25 the next, and so on, and accelerate out. DQ, have to buy the ETF in my tax advantage account. Can't do poor man cover calls in a 401k. Splair, then probably it's something with my platform. I'm still level 2 of probably 8. Splair says, thank you. Mirko, sold our ARKK 42. Here's an example. I sold a $42 October 21st ARKK call expiring September 27th. I sold for $129. And then I bought it back today at 61 cents. So it's okay. Something's not right here. Obviously, this is September. Something isn't quite correct. But he bought it back at 61. I'm already sold the same call at 94. So Mirko's got something else going on there. Trading at 38 right now. I'm not sure what the date is on that. That's the way it's out of the money. JRP, the ARK, the money calls are nowhere near the 910 way too much time premium. You may want to go further out in time. Take a look. Mirko trading up 38 right now. Adam, VIX is. All righty. We've got an 814-point gain on the Dow with 16 minutes to go. We're backing up a little bit. We're up 2.84% rather than 3 point something. 100-point gain on S&P, that's 2.8%. And NASDAQ's up 263, up 2.49. All three have backed off a bit. Will this continue in the last 16 minutes, or is there going to be a computer buy program coming in late to run this market a bit? Wait to find out. Adam, VIX index is at 30, and the Dow is showing almost 1,000-point gain. I like how this looks for the rest of the week. Constantine, 128 thumbs up, buddy. You got 128 thumbs up, and they're coming in. Spicy. Let's say I bought a deep in the money call on GameStop for $15. What would be the maximum I should pay for this? My math sucks. Okay, well, GameStop's $25.42, so that contract is in the money, $10.42. 90% of the contract should be time value, book value. Book value is $10.42. So this contract can't be more than $11.50, because if it's $11.50, $1.15 is time, and the rest is book. If you pay about $12 for this call, you're paying $1.60 in time value on a $12 purchase. 10% of $12 is $1.20. The time can only be $1.20 or less. This is my rule. It's not the stock exchange rule. It's not Kramer's rule. This is my rule. There you go. Mirko, I sold last Tuesday. That's what 9:27 minutes. So I sold it But when does it expire? See, you're confusing me because I thought it expired on the 9/27. I hear you, buddy. I know you're on this. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for another great day. Constantine, enjoy your day, everybody. Wing Commander ARK for January 25. The 20s are 20.95 to 21.75. The 25s are 16 to 18, and that's the price on those ARKK contracts right now. And ARKK is trading at $38 right now, 38.10. So the 20s are 18 in the money, and the 25s are 13 in the money. So these two are too expensive to buy. There you go. So you may have to look at June 24s, January 24s. Check those out. I mean, check all the options. Keep an eye on them. Sometimes maybe today is not the day to buy them. Maybe tomorrow's a better day. You'll find that 90-10 price, and then you make your move. Mirko, they expire October 21. Got it. Right on, pal. So you're expiring October 21, and your calls were sold for 129, and you bought them at 61 cents today. And then I already sold the same call at 94. So way to go, pal. This is called making money, and that's what you do, and I love it. Spicy, and the price of the stock is 25. Okay, Splair. All right, for me, there was enough excitement on today's German holiday. You have to know there was, for example, someone eating a bagel live while I betrayed that whole gang with a muffin. What a day. So I wish you all a relaxed and good evening. You take care, Splair. JR, same deal with January 17, 2025 in the money calls. Way too expensive. That's why you shop, always be looking. And when the time is right, you strike. That's what assassins do. They're very patient people. They wait until the shot is there, and that's how you have to play this with these options. You got to play it whether you're a buyer, you're a writer, you're a reacquirer. How are you going to do it? Alex, see you, Slayer. Make sure you pick up some bagels tomorrow, and we'll forgive you. Mirko was just an example for DQ. Hope I didn't confuse you all too much. No, it's all good, Mirko. We love it. Wing, ARK from January 24, slightly cheaper. I kind of like the additional 1 year for $1. And there is the trade-off, you see. And if it's like an 85-15 split, 88-12, and you can write some nice premiums on the calls for that extra year, may be worth your while. So take a look at that. It's up to your call. It's your money. Thanks, Mirko, says DQ. You got a Wing Commander, January 24, 20s go for 1985 to 2025. And those are worth, 15? They're worth 18. Did I say? I keep forgetting. ARKK 38. They're worth $18 each. So an $18 book value for 1990, if you can get it for 1990, that's up there. That's very, very close to being perfect. So yeah, they back off a little bit. The stock backs off a bit. These drop a dime. 1970. There you go. Giddy up. 25.41 on GameStop, up 28 cents today. The Dow's up 822, just down from that 910 gain. That was the high today, 910 points. We're at 824, 2.88%. Still good. Still good. All right. We'll see what else is going on here. Moving on. Tesla down $21. 21.61 to 243.64. If any of you today wrote calls today on Tesla and you were able to write 260s for a nice return, and those 260s have dropped nicely to here, they've dropped $6, $7, $8. I don't know how much they've dropped. I don't know. Have they? Could they have? Could you now do where you buy those back and write 250s for the same strike price? 250s for the same expiry date. You could make another up move, putting more cash in your account. You could consider that today. I don't know if it's low enough. Maybe in the next 10 minutes, the stock drops another couple of bucks. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But it was a down reaction, a negative reaction on today's news for Tesla. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Split. Honestly, Alex, some days ago, my local store had sold out of bagels. Maybe I'll find another store, but otherwise I'll have to look for a bakery near my work on Wednesday or Thursday. You got to do some research, Split. You got to find bagels. Wing Commander, I was on the road for 7 hours, so missed on most of the fun today. Still good exercise and patience watching my 26s for this Friday, shrinking in value, even though GameStop is rising. He's still out of the money. You got to love that. Mirko, also, I think ARKK is really cheap right now. 52-week range, 35 to 125. See a lot of upside on your long calls. Yes, the long calls have upside. If you can get them, you can get those 25s. That's a safe price to load up on. I agree. I do agree with that. I don't want to be a fanboy, so I'm going to shut up now. It's all good, Mirko. You make good points, and it's definitely worthy of consideration. If you can get 2025s for just a little off that 90-10 range, but you get the extra year, that's 12 more months of writing, and the premiums on these are excellent. But right out of the money calls so that you can roll up as it rolls up. Because if it wants to go, you want to be part of that. But remember, the market is still, I think, got a ways to go. Just saying. Okay. Alberto, I'm here now, and you can begin. I just mentioned, Alberto, I don't know if you know this, but I just mentioned about Tesla again. We're down 21.61 on the day at 243. I don't know what price you got for your 250s or 260s. I think you wrote 260s today on Tesla. But if they've dropped nicely, you might want to do a rollover into 250s where you buy back your 60s and roll into 50s, bringing in even more money today. Just throwing it at you. I don't know your numbers. I don't know your situation. I don't have the quote here. We're down to 8 minutes to go. So there's a lot, we'll see what's going on. But the stock is off 21.61, which is an opportunity to always bring in more cash on down dips. Alberto, 9 minutes left. Haha, says Brian. Cindy, my HBQs expired this Friday. Hopefully the stock will go down a little. Dividends are being paid on the 5th. Interesting. I go to Coffee Fellows tomorrow during lunch break and watch the trade alert with an avocado bagel. There you go. DQ, Brian, the clock starts with when Birdie arrives. Alberto, thanks. Uncle will do. I'll check it out. Cindy B, $25 strike, 1 HPQ. $20 strike, 1 HPQ. And we're right now on HPQ at 25.90, up 98 cents. We've backed off a little bit on the HPQs. Nick, got a little money available now. How are we feeling about an HPQ $18 January 2024 expiry or an ARKK 25 2024? Your call on how you want to approach this, whichever you like, Berto, DQ, tell them all, laughing out loud. You tell them. All righty. Fun times at the OK Corral. Look at the Dow, 776-point gain. We're giving up ground in the last 10 minutes now. We've gone from 910 gain to 776. So we're backing up. S&P under 100, it's up 93. And NASDAQ still up 240 points, up 2.28%. We're backing up on these indexes. I figured there'd be some profit taking by some of these day traders that you can't blame them for this. The question is it a strong close back towards this 900 level, or are we going to weaken down to about the 500 level or stick around here? I mean, obviously it can do all of the above. Let's see what it does. We got 6 minutes to go. And if we have a weak close, we might have a weak opening. That's also what I'm wondering. But then again, we have a strong close, we could have a weak opening. I mean, it's either or. There's so much can happen overnight. We'll see it all. We'll watch it all. We'll follow it all and do the best we can. 25.48 on GameStop, up 35 cents on the day. The high today for GameStop, 25.63. So 16 cents higher than this was the high today. Nothing big today. But that's what we've got. A day like today for GameStop, contracts that die on Friday still drop in price because the depreciation is worse than the gain. Again, depending on which contract we're talking about. Obviously, if we're talking about 26s, they probably are still not, they're not rising much today because they're losing depreciation against this gain and the time, we're out of the money and it dies on Friday. Tomorrow, 4 days left. This is what's happening. That's why options traders, writers have advantages. Bought into HBQ at 26. Now I write on it. Yes, you do. Brian, DQ, are you Alberto? Are you Alberto's little minion? I don't know what that is. A 784 gain on the Dow, down $22 on Tesla. $243 at the moment is where we're at on this stock today. There was an attempted rally on Tesla that tried to go up about 40 minutes ago. Around 3 o'clock today, it got to 247 almost. It almost got to 247. Now it's back to 243.20. So kind of gave up that little rally and is faltering again at the end here, interestingly. 242.58 down 22.67. GameStop up 30 cents right now. DQ says, Brian, Bertie's my uncle. DQ, right, uncle? Isn't he? Brian, DQ, I thought Bruce was your uncle. Don't confuse me. Oh, yeez. We're up 735 on the Dow, but we've given up almost 200 points from the high. About 180 point drop so far. Apple up 409, giving up a little ground at the end. 25.44 on GameStop, 25.42 on GameStop. Little dip. SoFi 513, still up a quarter, but backing up. Rocket Lab backing up, still up 22. HPQ 25.90, dropping a little. AMC down about 40 cents. Yuck. ME up 4, Matterport up 11, ATIP up 2 cents, SmartRent up 2 cents, Spire up 1.5, and Cyxtera, CYXT down 12 cents. Could not break even today. Couldn't do it. Bed Bath Beyond down a dime. Pfizer up 38, Boeing 474, and Cisco up 128. They're all backing off a little bit in the last half hour. They've all done what the market's doing, slumping a little bit from a good run today. Twitter down 124, unfortunately. Home Depot up 786, but it's backing off. It got to 286, is now 283.80. Let's see. Vanek 660 gain at 191.70 was as high as 193.60. So we got definitely some pullbacks coming through here. IBM is pulling back. It's up 268. Microsoft pulling back up 765. Goldman Sachs up 596, pulling back a bit. Google 301 gain, definitely pulling back. Amazon up 279, pulling back. Meta at 138.53, pulling back. It's up 280, but it's backing up. What else we got going? We're negative on Royal Caribbean. We were in the green. We're negative now. Target backing off. It's still up 320. JP Morgan topped out. Costco backed off. It's up 5. Walmart coming down just a bit. Nvidia is coming off now. 350. Moderna to 278 gain, but backing off. We got 2 minutes to go. The Dow 737, 746. This looks like this is going to be the neighborhood here. Alex Mirko, I am tempted by ARKK, but I'm trying to do one thing at a time. So focused on increasing my poor man cover calls on HPQ. Stick to that. Just one thing. Mirko, DQ has lots. Alex, come on, SoFi, hold the line. DQ, I peeled some cash out of my retirement account to buy rights separate from my regular account. DQ, writing on GameStop and HPQ, looking to add a third, maybe Apple, maybe ARKK. Rock and roll. Mirko, Alex, it's all good. I guess we will make money either way. Exactly. Just work on one thing at a time and do it right. We've got a minute to go. Welcome all. Thank you all. We're up 750 on the Dow. Tesla down 22.75 to 242.50. GameStop 25.37. It's only up 24 cents after topping out at 25.63. So a little pullback. SoFi holding at 5.14 in the last minute here, up 26. Good day for SoFi today. Rocket Lab up 24. Good day. It's been a good day for these guys. Apple 142.41 up 421, and the Dow up 764 at the moment. S&P's up 92, Nasdaq up 239, oil up 385. The bells are about to go to call it a day, and there it is. It's 2 o'clock. My time, 4 o'clock Eastern. Not Larry DQ Titus is hitting the bells for us today. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for stepping in. Lair is on his way, if not in Greece, and way to go, Larry Titus. That is awesome stuff. JR, there she blows. There she blows. Yep, a 764 gain looks like on the Dow. Well, we'll see what's going on here. 22.85 drop on Tesla today. That did not participate. 242.40. Apple up 4.25. GameStop ended up gaining, it looks like 25 cents at 25.39 or something like that. I'm going to take a look at the after hours trading here. Here we go, down 39 cents on GameStop at $25 even on the first trade on the aftermarket, but there's nothing trading there, very little. So we'll see how this works out. Alex saying that's laughing with DQ. Alberto Stinkies didn't hit. Oh well, I'll get him tomorrow. Tesla, why you treat me so bad? Rock and roll, buddy. We'll check out the pre-market together tomorrow morning, and we'll see how things look, and then assess the next move. No worries. It was a good day today for a lot of you folks. Well done, everybody. Very interesting day. 764 gain on the Dow. A 25.39 final quote on GameStop, up 26 cents today. So there you go. Right now, 25.38 on the aftermarket. We now have had 9,500 GameStop trading a little more realistically now in its zone. And there you have it. SoFi 513 last trade during the day. 513 in the after hours, no change at all. And Apple's up 14 cents in the aftermarket to 142.59. It gained 425 during the day. It's up 14 more at the moment. We've got Rocket Lab up 24 cents to 431. And we've got HPQ up 97 cents, 25.89. No trades on the aftermarket so far. We have AMC today lost 39 cents. ME up a nickel. Matterport up 12. We have ATIP gaining 1.5 cents. Smart Rent up a penny. Spire up 1.5 cents. But all of these were negative at one point today. Matterport, ATIP, Smart Rent, Spire, all were negative at one point. Somewhere during it, they all ended up with a slight gain. Sextera could not come back. Lost 11 cents to 397. Had been lower though. And then Pfizer up 35, Boeing up 496, Cisco up 129. Very good day. Home Depot was up today, Carvana up, Robinhood up, a Twitter down 125. Vanik up 664 to 191.76. The IBM up 279, Microsoft up 784, Goldman up 602, Google up 315, Amazon up 288, Meta up 293. BlackBerry ended up with a 10-cent gain today. Royal Caribbean lost 33 to 37.57. We were $54 3 weeks ago, something like that. Had a little rally. It's just giving it back. Yeah, Carnival 684 down 19. Target up 335. JP Morgan up 322. Costco 546 higher. Walmart 283. Nvidia up 373. Disney up 277, Moderna up 274, American Airlines down 12, Netflix up 360 today. There we have some of those quotes. Biogen lost 270 today, and Nike gained 228. Interesting. There you go. Very interesting session. A definite bounce. The question is it all go away tomorrow? Do we start eating into it? Like, do we lose 100 points tomorrow? Do we lose 150 on Tuesday? Do we lose 300 on Wednesday? Or does it just go to, crap and drop 500 tomorrow, 500 Wednesday, and just go lower and lower and lower? We'll find out. I'm waiting for earnings reassessments. We're looking for adjustments to earnings estimates. There's a parade coming. I just don't know in what order. It's just going to be a hodgepodge, and there might be some tonight. There might be some announcements pre-market tomorrow. Stay tuned for all that, kids. Let's see what gives, okay? Mirko saying, maybe Larry confused water with Ozuzu, Uzo. If so, his bells did ring early today. DQ, I enjoy the market more when I'm not shorting stock. No offense to Nick. It's a terrible feeling when a short moves against you. Oh, it makes you feel sick. Unlimited losses. You just never know what's going to happen. Oh my goodness. 765 final gain on the Dow. GameStop right now, 25.36, down 3 in the aftermarket. And that's what's going on. So kids, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for those of you who are becoming members of this channel, those of you who are renewing your memberships for this channel. Thank you for the thumbs ups today. 142 thumbs ups for the afternoon show. That is fantastic. Appreciate that support very much. Join me tomorrow morning for the trade alert show, which we'll do probably around 8 in the morning. A little before then, we'll see. We'll try to give you an update on what happened overnight and what to look for the next tomorrow morning. Then at 8:30, we'll start the game off as always right here, and then we'll be at it again tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. Tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern time, I'll be on the air on my other channel, Traveling with Bruce, for Bagel members, all the members of that channel. And then at 8 o'clock, it's a wide open public show. You're welcome to join me on Traveling with Bruce. We're talking cruise news and travel news tonight. And we always have fun on that show. So I look forward to any of you that want to pop in, say hi. That'd be great. Otherwise, guys, have a wonderful evening. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Thank you for the contributions. And keep smiling. Keep on writing. And keep making the dough. This is what we want to do. Richard's saying, neat, neat, neat. So is Mirko. Nick, I've shorted ENPH earlier. I was down 22 grand. Now I'm just, it's just 9 grand. I will be out tomorrow morning for sure. Right on, Nick. Way to go, pal. DQ. Indeed. Well done, everyone. All right, folks. Have a wonderful evening. Stay healthy. Stay safe. I'll see you guys tomorrow first thing, and we'll get on with this. Let's make some dough. No doubt, Nick, you will make money tomorrow, says DQ. There you have it. Okay, guys. Take care, and we'll see you later. Bye for now.